is me, Courtney, and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be trying out a few different products from Merit Beauty. It is a brand new beauty brand that recently came out, I believe this year if I'm not mistaken. Their first campaign was on the lipsticks, one of which I am wearing today. And I believe their next campaign is gonna be on like the blushes and stuff like that. I do want to preface this by saying they did send me the products that I'm going to be trying. They sent this little beauty bag that comes with it. It's really, really cute. And they sent me a bunch of products. It is more of a minimalistic beauty brand. I believe all of their products, if not most, are vegan, cruelty-free, good for sensitive skin, which you guys know I tend to be off and on with sensitive skin. It kind of just depends. There aren't any fragrances or anything that's going to irritate your skin in any of these products, which I enjoy as well. It's funny because I was online looking at this brand on Sephora and then they reached out to me. It's just funny how stuff works sometimes. I'm really, really thankful and happy about it. Like, yay. But yeah, if you're curious about how to get this look, about some of the products that I got from Merit Beauty, then please continue to watch. I'm goofy, I'm sorry. I had a lot of coffee today. Lots of coffee. I don't have any shadows from Merit, so I'm just gonna use my Juvia's Place The Warrior. I wanna do like a nude cut crease. So right now I'm just priming the lids. I'm using my MAC paint pot in Soft Ochre. I haven't used the MAC paint pot in forever. One of the YouTubers that I love to watch, her name is Savannah Silver. She uses this for like her creases and stuff right here, her smile lines. Doesn't work for me, I've tried it several times. But it does work as like a base for your shadow as well, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. All right, so this is what we're gonna be using today for the eyes. So I'm gonna go in with this one in the crease, this one to deepen, and then this one for like the cut crease situation. Looking at it and I feel like my liner definitely thicker on this side than on this one, more pointy on this side, like, but I feel like if I do anything else to it I'm gonna screw it up, so I'm just gonna leave it. I think with the lashes, once the lashes go on, everything will look like it's supposed to, but right now I'm irritated. We're putting on Tatcha for the pores and for the texture. I still haven't tried the liquid version of this. I was thinking it was gonna sort of be more like the what is it, Touch and Soul No Pore Primer, which is a favorite of mine, but if they're pretty much the same then there's no point. Because this Tatcha is expensive. I think for foundation today we're gonna use the Makeup Forever HD Skin. I've been trying this one out. This is my third time wearing it. I am doing a review on this one, of course. You guys already know that. We're gonna try it with the brush today because I don't feel like wetting a sponge. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to be using today looks like this. It's called the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick. Child, get the words out. Pretty much this is a foundation stick slash contour stick slash concealer stick, depending on what color you get. It does come in 17 shades. I got both Khaki and Sepia. Because the one that I wanted for my actual foundation was sold out, I just went ahead and got these two. This one is Khaki. This is gonna be my concealer today. This was gonna be my contour. And this one is Sepia. Now, as I mentioned, it comes in 17 shades. I do feel like for some brands that are just coming out that maybe can't do that 30-40 shades, it is important to have a nice gradient. You know what I mean? From the 17 shades, they go really light to really dark, and there's like a beautiful gradient. It is going to skip because, again, you're not gonna have those 35-40 shades. But for a brand new brand coming out, I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? And now these foundation slash contour slash highlight what am I saying? Now these are $38 for 13 ounces. Again, it's like foundation stick, so you're gonna get a little bit less than that regular 1 ounce. As far as using this for concealer, I've actually used this at least twice. Once by itself and then once with the NARS Soft Matte Complete, which I like it with both. It just depends on your amount of coverage. It is buildable, so you can literally go in multiple times to build up the coverage if you need to. Oh, her lips are chapped. So I am going to take this lip oil since my lips are like cracking and whatnot. This is the shade Slick Tinted Lip Oil. I like the way that this one feels. This is in the color Marrakech. It actually feels like a lip oil and not so much like a, you know, like how some lip oils feel like a thick, heavy gloss or like a balm. This actually feels like a lip oil, and I appreciate that. And now my lips are juicy. I'm gonna go in with Sepia for my contour. And now this color is a little bit more of a contour bronzer for me. I am still gonna go in with the bronzer, but I do like that it's a little bit more leaning golden. I like that anyway in my contour. I'm not really big on super neutral or super gray tones on my skin at all. Like, I like the movement of a warmer contour, or a golden contour, I should say. Now the color Sepia for a contour I've been using a lot lately. The way that it glides on is ridiculous. And it is one of those things that leaves like a nice, almost like a glow, but not like super sticky or anything. It's a little bit creamier than the match stick from Fenty. The blend, oh, the blend. Let me blend out the rest first, then I'll blend under my eyes so I can give that a little bit more time to settle. Even with the sponge, it blends out beautifully. Look at that. Jeez. Because the Makeup Forever foundation is a little bit on the medium to full coverage, it is looking a little bit more full coverage, but if I were to use it like by itself on bare skin or with the tinted moisturizer, I feel like you could get a really good no makeup look. It's not super heavy. It feels nice. Even under the eyes, it's not super heavy. Look at that blend. Oh, I am gonna go in with a little bit more coverage right here, just because you guys know that's that spot for me. And now this is one of those things you could use a color corrector with it if you wanted to. That's why I took my foundation underneath my eyes just a little bit so I can cover a little bit of my bags. But yeah, it still looks good. Like, if you're somebody that likes a light coverage, one layer is perfect. But as you can see, like I said, the blend is seamless. It isn't as matte as like the Fenty matte stick, but you can, and I will go over it with a bronzer. But if you wanted to just wear it like that, because it's getting so hot outside, I'm not gonna not set my makeup. It would be a disaster. But if it was a little bit colder outside, I could go without setting, and I think it would be beautiful. Laura Mercier. Does anybody still use Laura Mercier? It's still a staple for me, but does anybody still use it? Nobody's really talking about her anymore. For the record, I had no intention of bringing it down here, but my sponge, I ended up doing like this instead of like this, and so now my whole face is yellow. So we're gonna just go with it. Overly compensate with the bronzer. Don't judge me. So I do have a cream blush from Merit that I also like that I'm gonna be using. And you're probably like, but you just put a bunch of powder on your face. The beautiful thing about this cream blush, I've actually tried it over powder and over skin. You can do either, and it still looks pretty good. I think sometimes people get a little bit scared of powders and creams, but I do feel like if it's a really good formula, you can do it either way and it'll still show up and be beautiful. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my bronzer real quick before we do our blush. Alrighty, so now we're going to use the Flush Bomb Cheek Color. I got the shade Cheeky, and that's what it looks like. Now I'm gonna be real, I thought when I first used this that this was not gonna show up on my skin, but it does. It is a little bit on the semi-sheer, but like I said, it does still show up on my skin. Do I wanna pop, or do I wanna, you know what, let's do both. So on one side, I'm gonna take my sponge like I usually would and dab. See, ooh, so pretty. Look at that, beautiful. Probably need to nullify it a little bit. Looks good though. I feel like I'm gonna mess my makeup up if I just draw it on. So I'm not, I lied, I'm sorry. See, it still goes on smooth. And because I kind of put a little bit of powder over it with my sponge as I was dabbing, it's not tacky. Now you could definitely use this without putting any powder on it. it is gonna be a little bit tackier. It's not gonna be as tacky as like the Fenty, what is it, the Cheeks Out blushes, the cream ones that I hated so much. It's not gonna be as tacky as that, not nearly as tacky honestly, but it is gonna still have a little bit of touch to it. And as you can see, we also put it on top of powders and it still looks beautiful. Blend out those edges. And then I'm gonna go in, I'm not putting any extra anything, I'm just gonna lightly dust to take away any of the tackiness. So now I'm gonna take their brow gel. This is the Brow 1980 Volumizing Pomade. It's interesting that they call it a pomade. I do feel like it's like a regular brow gel. I don't feel like it kind of does that, what do they call it? The soap brows that stick to your face. It's not necessarily that. Now this one does come in 3 shades. I got the shade, I believe it's black brown, which is usually what I go for, like a darker tint on my brow. But like I said, it's not really like a pomade to me where it's like waxing down the brows, but it does have a really decent hold. Oh, my nose is still running, I hate allergies. All right, I'm gonna finish up the eye and I'm just gonna put that dark color underneath. Just a light little blend. For the inner corner, I think I'm gonna just keep it matte. So I'm gonna go back in with my matte paint pot, just in that inner corner area. Drag it a little down there. And then I'm gonna go back in with that color that I used. Blend that together. I think that's it on the eyes. I was gonna do this one. This is a skin gloss from Dominique Cosmetics, but I feel like it'll take away from the cool toneness that we have going on. So, well, let me see. What do I wanna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my Amrezy, because this one is like gold, but it's also a little bit on the cooler side of gold, if that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense, but you know what I mean. Ooh, I'm almost out of it. We're gonna take my dewy set from Anastasia Beverly Hills and we are going to set the face before I put my lashes on. Can we give the skin a moment? Look at that. I like today's makeup. I do. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the lips. This is the Signature Lip Lightweight Lipstick from Merit Beauty. Now, I got 2 shades in this one. I got the shade Cabo, which I have worn, and it looks like that. Too much for this look. If I have the other look that I did with this color, I'll go ahead and leave it somewhere on the screen so you guys can see what that actually looks like. It's a beautiful color. This will go a little bit more with the look. This one is Slip. It's a little bit more cool tone, a little bit of peach in there. Now, I don't know if I said it, but these lipsticks come in 8 shades. I showed you the 2 shades that I got. They're super, super moisturizing, a lot more moisturizing than I thought they would be. I thought it would be a little bit more of like a soft matte, but they're more along the lines of like a soft balm with a lot of sheen. Now, one of the things that I did note as well when I was putting it on, it's not necessarily like one swipe and you're done, but it is very much like you can build up to the amount that you want. So if you want it a little bit more sheer, you go in with like 1 or 2 swipes. If you want it a little bit thicker, you're gonna have to go in a few times to get it as thick as you want it. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a darker liner. I like the lip color with the look, but I just want some definition around the lip. That's my lip. All right, guys, this is our final look. What do you think? I apologize if I'm blurry. I feel like I am. Y'all can definitely see love back here, but can you see my face? The funniest thing about this whole situation is I was online looking at this specific lipstick in Cabo, and literally not too long after, while it was in my basket to get, Merit reached out to me. So I am super appreciative that not only was I able to get that lipstick, but they sent me all these goodies and I had a blast. I loved everything, but I do have 3 recommendations that I think you guys should try. I absolutely recommend the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick. I feel like if you want it as a contour, a light concealer, a foundation, whenever I get a chance to try that out, it goes on beautifully. It blends so smooth. It's soft. I feel like my skin looks beautiful. I feel like this is one of those buildable foundations, because I feel like if you can build it as a concealer under the eye, you should definitely be able to build it as a foundation. So you can go from like light coverage, medium coverage, maybe even full coverage considering. Feel like today especially, and again, I've tried this contour stick a few different times, but I feel like today especially, it really is like doing the most. and I love it. The second thing that I would recommend are going to be the signature lipsticks. Again, I want to reiterate, child, what am I saying? Again, I wanted to reiterate the fact that these lipsticks are buildable, so it's one of those sheer to medium to full coverage situations. You only need to do like 2 swipes and you'll get juicy lips with the color, and it'll be like you just ate a popsicle and then put lip gloss on. If you want something a little bit more full coverage like this, you're gonna have to go in a few different times, but it is super duper moisturizing, which I love. A lot of lipsticks, though beautiful, can kind of emphasize my lines and all the texture and stuff on my lips, almost like the oil that I put on a little bit earlier, almost like that, but a little bit thicker. So it's really, really movable, and it feels good. The third thing that I would highly recommend would be the blush. This specific shade is in the color Cheeky. This one is a little bit more subtle, but it is buildable as well. It's a sheer to medium kind of coverage. The consistency is like a balmy texture. It's really, really smooth. It feels really, really nice. It is gonna have a little bit of touch to it, not super duper tacky, and that is if you don't want to put a powder on top. It doesn't emphasize any texture, fine lines, or anything like that. It really goes on smooth. You can put it on top of powder and it still looks good. You can put it on top of bare skin and it looks good. Everything that Merit Beauty sent me will be in the description box below, as well as everything that is on my face if you guys are curious. I always enjoy playing with makeup, and I really, really appreciate Merit Beauty for actually sending me these products, for reaching out at all. Like, channels like mine don't always get noticed. So the fact that a brand did reach out to me, a brand that I was actually already interested in, reached out to me, is like, it's big for my spirit, and I'm very happy about it. Thank you, Merit Beauty. All right, guys. Hopefully this video was fun, entertaining, inspiring, helpful, all that great stuff. If so, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video if it is in your heart and in your spirit to do so. And I will see you guys in the next one.